Why is it that when we speak up, we're aggressive, but when we stay quiet, we're intimidating? Make it make sense. Because it seems like no matter what we do, it feels like Black women can't win in these workplaces. If we assert ourselves, we're too much. If we don't, we're not a team player. And the worst part, this double standard is negatively impacting us. It's keeping many of us stuck, exhausted, and constantly second guessing ourselves. Listen closely. You and your voice are not the problem. Their discomfort is. I personally I'm tired of trying to make other people feel comfortable. If my confidence and audacity makes you feel uncomfortable, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. So can we please stop playing this game? And by the way, if you're going to continue to label us no matter what, can you at least spell our name correctly while you do it? Who's with me?
Caring about your appearance and how you present yourself in the world should never be seen as a flaw. I go to work every single day with my hair and my makeup, and I get comments daily about who am I trying to impress? Who am I trying to be seen by? Don't let me get my nails done because then it's, oh, you got a hot date or something? No, I actually just give a damn about how I present at work. That's all. And the insane part is that people will really try to make it seem like something is wrong with you. And don't let you be like too quiet as well, because that's another thing that really agitates people. When you dress nice, you come to work, your hair is done, your makeup is done, and you don't speak to these people because you just want to clock in and clock out and get your money, they hate it. Because they feel like they should have access to you. And if they don't have access to you, you become some stuck up bitch. No, I like hair. I like makeup. I'm going to be doing this until I'm 75. And I just don't like to talk to people. It ain't personal.
Skin Black girls can't be introverted in peace because people swear you a stuck up bitch that thinks she better than.
Because this is actually a valid take. When you happen to be dark skinned and quiet, people that associate you with being stuck up or rude are subconsciously playing into stereotypes that Black women have to be loud and actually have to be social and chatty. Naturally, there is this expectation that because you are a Black woman, you are supposed to be somewhat loud or even obnoxious. And because you don't cater to that expectation, you being quiet or introverted is somewhat associated with you being rude or judgmental and stuck up because you don't acquire to the regular stereotype. It's interesting because despite diversity extending onto physical appearances, there still seems to be its limitation when it comes to the personal expressions of others mentally, and that includes people's personalities. All because you are Black and you are quiet, or at least don't tend to be the most socially outgoing, it doesn't mean that you are stuck up. And people that promote this perspective are inherently displaying stereotypical mentalities towards Black people.
Compartmentalizing and shrinking as a survival strategy, I think it's so harmful and unhealthy. My last role, a VP role, I was on the receiving end of a lot of hostility. I was in charge of leading inclusion initiatives and diversity initiatives, and I was often one of the few, if not only, non-white people in the room when I was having these conversations about why it was important for us to do a certain training, to be mindful of our language, have consequences for people that were acting in problematic ways. And people would question that or push back on that or have me explain that. And a lot of the times it felt really dehumanizing to have to do that, to explain why it's not okay to be racist or sexist. I couldn't just roll my eyes every time someone said something wild, right? I had to be professional. Instead, just like silence myself or compartmentalize. When I wrote my play, the first time the actors read my play at a table read, so the first time I heard it brought to life, we took a break and I stepped out and I just cried so much because I thought that I was suddenly like really feeling a lot of the emotions that I kept bottled up inside. And I think that there are a lot of women in the workplace, Black women, women of color especially, who the only way they can survive is to stay silent or to compartmentalize, but those feelings have to go somewhere. We can't just keep them bottled up inside.
Which is concerning. So when Black people say that we are resting, that is what we mean because we did our part. Black people have been oppressed, okay? We know how to make something out of nothing. And we're going to be okay. And the rest of the world is going to watch Black Americans be okay because we are living off of the prayers of our ancestors. The prayers from the boat to the plantation to the escape plans up north to the civil rights movement. Black Americans will be okay because we put in the work. It's the rest of the people of color groups that have not put in the work because they came to this country with rights that Black Americans fought and bled and died for. So when Black people say that we are resting, that is what we mean. It is not just this election. It is not just this. It is a culmination of so many disappointments from our existence on this stolen land. Okay? Because
Black Americans do have the right to say that we're minding our own business. Black Americans have done enough. Okay? Black Americans don't have to be the voice for every single group and every other person. And Black Americans are allowed to be tired, to be like, you know what, y'all figure it out. We told y'all what to do. You didn't want to listen, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And another thing, when it comes to other people using the N-word, this is why I say that there is no black and brown. I'm just going to be honest. There is no such thing as black and brown as a collective, because you have people like this. And I don't understand why a lot of them feel so comfortable using this word. We are not the same people. We are not the same people. And that's a black man, whether you like what he's doing, which is his job, whether you like that he's doing his job, and he's doing his job, and you're saying, oh, I'll spit in your food, and I'll do this to you, and blah, and then you using the N-word, bro. This what I be talking about. So, like, nah, bro. Ain't no such thing, as a collective, ain't no such thing as black and brown. And honestly, we know how a lot of people feel about us as black folks anyway. So, again, if we say we're opting out and we don't want to speak on what's going on, we don't have to. Because one thing I know is when something happens to black folks, where y'all gonna be? Are y'all gonna lift y'all voices up? No, you're not. As a collective, no, you're not. You're not. Because historically, you never did.
Don't hate for nothing like that. We just trying to avoid all the bullshit. We know these games they're trying to play and we just want to be left alone. But with them, it's all in their head now because it's like, this black person must know what I'm really about. They might want to hurt me. They might want to do the hateful shit that I'll do to people. You know what I'm saying? This is just the paranoia that go in their head and why they feel so uncomfortable with black people that they can't read, that they can't, know how to play with. And we just trying to avoid the bullshit, bro, because we understand the game. We know that they trying to play games and say little slick stuff to see how far they can go. And so we just ain't about to be talkative. We ain't about to laugh and kick it. And that's just how the game go.
It seems like when you're the quiet black girl or woman in the workplace, that you would think it would be peaceful and you would be under the radar, but unprovokingly, you trigger people who are bothered by your quietness. And like I said, it's even more of a struggle when you're a black girl or woman in the work environment, especially in a corporate environment or any work environment. Because when we're quiet, it causes people to really feel the need to do research and study us and investigate. It triggers them to want to learn more about us and try to understand why are we so quiet. It seems as if we can't be quiet in peace because it comes off as if we're not a team player, or as if we're being passive or dismissive and we have a bad attitude because we're quiet. It's not looked at as we're just peaceful. It's not looked at as we're just very serious about our work and we just want to get in, do our jobs, and go home. It's not looked at as maybe we have social anxiety and we do better in more of a peaceful or solo setting. No, we can't be quiet in peace. because it seems as though it sets us up for sabotage. Because we're quiet, it triggers people who feel rejected by us because we're not kissing up to them, or we're not trying to be friendly with them or make friends with them. We keep it professional, we keep it cordial. But like I said, it's not good enough for someone who feels rejected. Because
Black people are still resting, and they're gonna be resting for quite some time, okay? Because I don't think y'all understand the severity. Like, I think that there are some people out here that think that Black people are playing and that we'll eventually get over this and we'll get back to work. No. We will get back to work in our community. Black Americans will be okay because we put in the work. It's the rest of the people of color groups that have not put in the work because they came to this country with rights that Black Americans fought and bled and died for. So when Black people say that we are resting, that is what we mean. It is not just this election. It is not just this. It is a culmination of so many disappointments from our existence on this stolen land. Okay? Because
hi guys, it's your girl Blizzy and you're welcome back to Blizzy on Future channel. And if you're joining us for the first time, we appreciate you. You are welcome. And also do well to subscribe to get more on Future gist. So guys, Black Americans are going quiet. No loud protest, no viral outrage, no constant complaining, and that silence, it has a lot of white Americans confused, even unsettled. For generations, Black Americans were expected to react, to educate, to respond, to fight every injustice loudly and publicly. But now, many are choosing something different, strategic, silent, not because they don't see what's happening, not because they don't care, but because silence can be power. People are noticing that conversations feel one-sided, support feels missing, engagement feels withdrawn, and some white Americans are asking, why aren't Black people speaking up anymore? The truth is simple. You don't owe constant explanation to people who refuse to listen. You don't owe emotional labor to system that stays unchanged. Silence doesn't mean weakness. It means boundaries. And when those who were always expected to carry the noise step back, the absence is loud. So guys, tell me what you think in the comments. Are Black Americans keeping too quiet, or is it that their silence means something? And why are white folks concerned that Black Americans are quiet? So guys, see you in my next video, and don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. Bye.